night, everybody. I hope everybody's doing themselves really good. That didn't sound right, but I know where I'm going on this. Good morning, everybody. Yes, it's a Tuesday morning psycho oblivion. Always powered by coffee each and every time, because if it wasn't powered by coffee, either Paul would even be more crazier or bitchier, or Paul would not be able to get out of bed. Period. That's all there is to it. Now, I know there's none of you out there right now, at least according to what I'm seeing, and that's just fine. You guys can watch this in replay. I'm only going to maybe do a half hour, maybe 40 minutes at the most. But our good old buddy, Mr. Mayo, will not be on till tonight, it looks like, based on the schedule I'm seeing. So I kind of just thought maybe, just maybe, I would go off and just say good morning and go from there on it, right? So, oh yeah, I want to bring something else too. Can you wait a second? Don't run away. Don't run away, guys. Anywho, so of course I titled this all by myself, Let's Go All the Way, because as was reported, I think it was last night to me by my executive producer, Donna Jo Cat Lady, that Eric Carmen, of course, lead singer of the Raspberries, and then followed by his solo career, has passed at the age of 74. I don't know if you guys were Raspberry fans or Eric Carmen fans, but boy, did he have a voice on him, though, didn't he? I mean, I remember not exactly brand new, but I remember when Let's Go All the Way was out on the radio in the 70s anyway, and it still sounds good. Talk about power pop at one of its finest moments when you had the Raspberries, okay? At least that original lineup. Now, Psycho did some quick research before I came on here. The last record, the last solo album that he did was 2000. And I'm like, good Lord. I said, that's a long time ago. That's 24 years ago was his last solo record. He cut 6 of them. All right. I think it was 6. But at least for 2 of those tracks, he had Wally Bryson with him. And so, you had half the Raspberries on his last, for 2 tracks on his last solo album. But I'm just like, wow, talking about just such a long gap, I mean, I know that there was some Raspberry reunions. I know that. Wasn't there one in like 05? I can't remember. Anybody that's a big Eric Carmen Raspberry fan, when was the last time that the band got together and did some shows? I know that they did at least one at the Hard Rock, not the Hard Rock, I'm an idiot this morning, the Rock and Roll Hall of Shame. I know they did at least a concert there in Cleveland. So, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess, right? All of our people, all of our favorite musicians, not to sound this depressing, it's such an early morning hour, but they are all passing away. Here's the question, though, music fans. We have been endeared to these people, from the 50s to the 70s, we're going to go in this case, okay, due to the age range. And they're all going, and I don't know about you guys. I've tried to keep an open mind and an open ears ever since I was a little kid. And so I try to go and listen to new bands, at least new bands that seem to rock, you know what I'm saying? And and they don't have to go mainstream. In fact, I'd rather them not. I'd rather it be just like a diamond in a rough type thing, where it's like, ooh, when you discover a band that ends up being one of your favorites as they grow, I think us as music fans have some type of personal satisfaction that, like, we were there from almost the beginning. Do you understand what I'm saying on that? I know I'm still got a little fog here. That's why we're working on the coffee. But, I think it's kind of cool. The thing is that, and I'm just saying, it's just my opinion, all right, that there's not a lot of new bands to replace. I mean, you can't replace the old bands. But what I'm saying is to continue the spirit of rock and roll. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say. I mean, there's some, but I don't think there are as many as there was. All right. These kids today, it's very, and I know I sound like an old grumpy man. Well, yeah, I'm getting there, aren't I? But I'm a parent, and I got to listen to a lot of different music growing up with my kids. The thing is that my kids like some of my music, which I think is pretty cool, actually. But like, let's see, like one kid I know, he likes, let's see, what the hell does he like? Five Finger Death Punch. He likes, but he also likes Kiss and Allman Brothers. Okay, I'm like, that's cool. And there's another one that, boy, she used to be such a big fan of, like, I don't know if I'm getting this right. Tokyo Station. Is that the name of it? Tokyo Black? I can't remember. And then, but then she'd turn around and listen to Hollywood Undead, and then love the Beatles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some of these fans, are hybrid fans. I call them. They have one foot in the classic rock genre and another foot in whatever today's music is. Although, oh boy, I don't know much about today's music. In fact, I have to tell you, I work with some coworkers. I work in retail still. I work with some teenage coworkers. And like, for example, they threw up the name 21 Savage. And they're trying, because they're trying to not make fun of the old man, because we all get along just fine. But it's like they're just trying to rile the old man a little bit, because they'll throw out little phrases that I'm like, what the hell did you just say? Because I don't understand. But they threw out 21 Savage, and I'm like, okay. I said I heard of them. They're coming to the Amp in the summertime, but I don't know what the hell they do. Then they threw some other name out at me, and I'm just going, nope, you got me. I think, hi, Elvin. I think when WAP was released from Cardi B, I'm really surprised that the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse was not released out into the world once we heard that. Not to be confused with the Four Horsemen. The Four Horsemen, as Jay Lethal would like to say, making Ric Flair imitation. Not Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Ric Flair, or for other alternative answers, Barry Windham, Chris Benoit, Sting, and Paul Roma, and Steve Mongo McMichael. Any of those would have been acceptable. And everybody's like, oh, Jesus, here he goes again. But, I mean, like, okay, I discovered a band. Now, I know you're going to sit and you're going, well, I did. The last time that I discovered a band that made it, if you will, and put out consistent product was Blackberry Smoke. Okay, that was the last one that I remember seeing, I think. That was an opener, and they small audience, and I'm just like, yeah, I said, these guys are great. And of course, Britt Turner died last week, unfortunately, from that band. But, so I discovered a band, but it's not really a new band. It's a band that's been gone since 1991. But to me, it's a new band because you haven't heard anything since then. Now, you hard rock thrash metal people are going to know who I'm talking about. Atrophy. There's a band that's called Atrophy. They got a new album that cranked out, I'm guessing within the last couple of weeks. I've already heard two of their first singles, Seeds of Sorrow, and the other one's escaping me right now. But I liked it. I'm like, holy crap. I said, this is some really good stuff. Then to find out that they started out in Tucson, Arizona in like around 87, 88. And so it had to be 86, 87, excuse me. They cut 2 albums in 88 and 90, and they were on Roadrunner. Now, most of the bands, that are either on Roadrunner or, what the hell's the other one? Megaforce, or, there's a bunch of different labels that if you know that they're on that kind of label, then you know what you're going to get dealt. And the thing is that it turns out that I found out from a customer of mine that happens to be a friend of the lead singer of that band, and he lives in this town. And it appears that I might have actually interacted with him and not realized who he was. So I'm sitting here and I'm going, excellent. I'm not competing with anybody, to tell you the truth. Everybody's got their own share, but I get what you're saying, Will. I do. Let's face it. What would I bring to the table? Probably not a hell of a lot more than that's already being put out already, except you won't hear on this channel mine politics, religion, or genealogy. Not saying that any of that isn't interesting. It's just, it's not meant for my channel, that's all. Anybody can rule their channel the way they want to. But Rich gets good numbers. We got to confess that, whether we like her or dislike her, because there is different groups, right? I've been on the fence all these years. I personally have no problem. Is there a trauma factory? You betcha. Some days are. But not all of them. There can be a little bits of fun, little bits. And I was up there, last week for a little bit. And I don't mind. I don't mind going up there once every 1 or 2 months. That's fine by me. Hi, Dwayne. How you doing? Like I said, this is just kind of a short morning one. I'm still going to do one hopefully tomorrow night as well. Maybe I'll have some new material, maybe not. But you know what? If I don't end up having any new material tomorrow night, maybe we'll go through and I'll pull out some signed albums and bring up a photo album and I'll share some stories with you guys. That'd be nice. Oh, you are too kind, sir. You are way too kind, but thank you. Seriously. I know that I am pretty much, let's face it, I have the best audience in literally in the YouTube VC. I do. I'm not kissing anybody's ass or blowing smoke up anybody's. The fact of the matter is, I do. Because, I feel like I've got this symbiotic relationship with you guys. You guys are my second family. You really, really are. And you've come in, sometimes, you guys have come in the clutch, and that's a good thing. By the way, before we get any further into this, okay, I want to say a little bit of good news. All right, a little bit of good news here. It appears that granddaughter Charlotte has gotten better. Oh, yes, it seems, knock on wood, that the surgery took hold. They had to go in, by the way, and it was like esophageal surgery, okay? And at that time, a 1 week old. That's a little rough, but they're going to keep her for observation for 2 more weeks in St. Louis. So I'm just asking continued prayers, please, just at least until Miss Charlotte gets out of there. I have signed set lists, signed CDs, signed albums, drumsticks, and guitar picks. Dwayne, isn't that some cool shit, out of all honesty? And that you have all these stories attached to these items. Now, I'm going to confess, you have something, you have, out of that group, you have one thing that I don't have, and that's a drumstick. I have come so close. Like the last time was, I know this is a long time ago, 2003, Quiet Riot, classic lineup. Frankie Bonelli threw the sticks out. I almost got one. Damn it. The guy next to me was just a little faster. Yes, thank you so much. And, you know, we were on pins and needles, needles and pins. It's a happy man that grins. See what I did there? Yes, I love you. Oh, I can't do it like Danny. I love you, Joe. But I'm thinking, I know it's dangerous when I'm thinking, right? That hopefully tomorrow also, I hope, we'll see. I got to go sell another box of records tomorrow. I don't want to do it, but I have a lot of bills to pay. I have drumsticks that I don't know. Oh, you see, now, Dwayne, that can get a bit confusing. I mean, especially, it's none of my business to know how old you are, but I think I could understand that in the guitar pick category. But I mean, I don't have any of them written down. Like if I were to die today or tomorrow, my kids would go, "What the hell is all this mess?" Except for the set lists. What I do with the set lists is I don't write on the front, at least I don't think anymore. I just write on the back what the gig was. And then, but you know, there's a lot of bands that I noticed that they're starting not to use them. And I'm going, huh? Don't ask me why, but I remember like the last concert or two, there either was only one set list for the whole band, and it was like at the center of the floor. I saw that. I thought that was weird. But I'll sign on the back of the set list as to what the gig was and if there was any interesting points made, you know, on that concert. That's what I do with my set lists. Signed CDs, you betcha. I'm an autographed chow hound. I try to get, you know, either my vinyl signed or my CD signed by at least a band member, and that's pretty cool to me, I think. Yeah, with the guitar picks, it's easier. I'm in a Facebook group having to do with guitar picks, and they go off. Oh, excuse me. You know how coin collectors are, and like the jeez. Okay. They'd have to be at least the 25-cent piece. You know how you put the staples around it and then put it in this plastic sleeve that would be specifically for coins, but you could put it in a 3-ring binder? I've seen people do that. So, yeah, they are easier too, because you could just, you know, I just have them in a box right now. I don't have them for display. I know about the one set list thing. I managed to get to really, now that. Because see now as far as for coin collecting, I don't necessarily collect coins, but one of the perks in my little job sometimes is that Coinstar machine. I don't know if you, because you know, where you go and you take your change, and then like the machine takes 10 or 11%. I can't remember what it is now. Out of your collecting, and then they give you back the slip, so you take it back to the cashier. Well, sometimes these people don't pay attention. I will go on my days off, and I will check that thing. And I didn't find any silver this week, but usually I'd say every other week I find either some really cool silver or foreign coins. And the foreign coin thing is kind of a family hobby. We just have those. Like I found what the hell was the one I found earlier in the week? It was really cool looking dude. Not Barbados. I don't remember. What blew a friend of mine away is that I got to see, now that's good. And, you know, that's good that you managed to get that signed by Burton Cummings, Dwayne. And I hope for that for that effort that you're standing tall. See what I did there? Okay, I have a confession to make about that song, by the way. I did not know that was the title of the song for many years. There's a radio station that used to play that song on a semi-regular basis. To me, it sounded like Santa. Okay, and I'm thinking, going, this is a strange Christmas song. And then finally, like, I was listening on it in a better place, and I'm like, oh shit, this is Burton Cummings. I'm such a dumbass sometimes. But yeah, I like Stan Tall, though. Canadian, that's right. Oh, is it 68? I thought it was 66. That's good to know. And and that's the funny thing too. I have, well, let's see, I think I found 2 or 3. Were the dimes the same way too? Because I have a feeling they were. I could be wrong on that too. But yeah, so any silver, I just put it in a baggie because I don't know if it's really, quote, worth anything. I haven't gone off and by your former father-in-law. Good God, I thought it, okay. Actually, I know I didn't get enough sleep, though, damn it, because for whatever reason or another, I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. No reason whatsoever. I'm like, why the hell am I up? Because I went to bed by 10:30. Maybe even a little before that. And I'm just like, what is the deal here? So, just a bit of nonsense. And then I think I finally laid back down on and off by 4:30 in the morning. Next thing you know, 7 o'clock's here. My time. I know I'm rambling here, aren't I? But that's okay, because I'm still working on my first cup of this. By the way, the next episode. Once I was walking and saw a small object on the ground. I kicked it, thinking it was a hacky sack. Oh, it jingled. I used twigs to open it, and there were, now that is pretty damn cool. John, hello there. How are you? I saw your comment you left on my last video. That was pretty cool, by the way. I think it was for JBH, which, by the way, the next episode of JBH, which should be hopefully finished by tomorrow, I hope, will be on the 1995 Fleetwood Mac album, Time. That's right. That's going to be the next Jukebox from Hell episode. I wanted to comment. I kind of felt bad. And what I mean by that is you guys aren't going to know what I'm talking about. So, when I went to that 4-state record show and had the record show finds, where I ended up, fine, I bought some unauthorized DVDs, okay, let's just say that, from a guy from Illinois that came from almost central Illinois. And I told my buddy, Doug Fields, Vinyl Grotto Radio Show, about this one. And if you can't read this very well, I'll tell you what this is all about. It says, the Beatles Complete Cartoon Collection. This 2-DVD set contains all 39 complete episodes in all 3 series. Now, it says from 65 to 69. And, of course, it says on the bottom, 100% unofficial fan-based collection. Now, I brought this up before, but we're just going to throw this out. So, the first episode of the first series, you had Hard Day's Night, I Want to Hold Your Hand. Your sing-alongs were Not a Second Time and Devil in Her Heart. You get to the last one, episode 39 in season 3. You have Wait and I'm Only Sleeping, all right? And your sing-alongs are Penny Lane and Eleanor Rigby. So, here's the thing. I normally wouldn't buy this. Oh, who the hell am I kidding? Of course I'd buy it. But I would buy it legitimately. I'd buy it through Apple Corps if they'd friggin' put it out. Apple Corps has no desire to put these out, which to me is an injustice on our childhoods from anybody 40 and older. that would remember these things. The last time I saw these Beatle cartoons on television was maybe 79, 80. That might have been the last time I saw them. And we brought this up before, WSNS, Channel 44, Chicago. Yeah, and so these are CDRs. I understand that. My buddy Doug went off and goes, probably I should stick this on a hard drive. He's probably very true on this too. But he bought one also because he saw this. And he said that it was not good for him. He put them in, and maybe the only thing I can think of is maybe he got a bad disc. And I don't really know, he communicated with the guy. Hopefully he got some satisfaction to some degree. I went and played like the first 2 to 3 episodes on this thing. I remember how hokey these things are, but they're still fun. It really took me back to my childhood, of course, or should I say my I don't know, 11, 12, 13-year-old self. And I thought they were of okay quality. Now, then again, though, I was watching it on my laptop, and they seemed to be just fine for me. And I didn't try it on a DVD because somehow this DVD player that I have, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Either I fucked up one way or another here with plugging the dang thing in. I have this, it's not a new television. It's a couple years old, guys, like 4 or 5 years old. But it has all the necessary plugs. And then, yeah, thanks. Because like I said, it only cost me $15 for that. I remember going to the Comic-Cons back in 2010, 2011, and they would have the Batman show, of course. Remember before that got legitimately put out, and it was fan-based. I thought that was funny. The Star Wars Holiday Special, which that's never going to get damn released as long as Lucas is alive. You know what? Me too. In fact, I'll say this. I knew that I was cut against the musical grain of the time. Now, don't get me wrong on this. Like I said, I used to listen to Top 40 in the 70s too, like everybody else, where you could hear Raspberries near Carmen. See what I did there? But I remember there was this Christmas party. I was in 7th grade, junior high. People brought records. I brought a Beatles album. I got some very strange looks, but I didn't give a shit. In fact, when I had to do I was either in sophomore or junior year, so 82, 83, I had to do, you picked a speech to do on a popular culture person or group, and of course I chose the Beatles. I did a decent job back then. I used as the instrumental for the whole slideshow was Flying from Magical Mystery Tour. I met Grant Imahara and Alice. Oh no, see, now that's cool. I would love to have met Alice. By the way, I'll leave this up for a second. So if you wanted Alice's autograph, okay, and the rest of the surviving members of the Alice Cooper band from the 70s, right now, currently, if you go to Talk Shop Live, they have the $1 trillion edition of $1 Billion Babies. And if I remember correctly, it's vinyl, and it is signed by Alice and the surviving members of the Alice Cooper band. If I remember correctly, I think it's 3 LP, and it's $109, okay? But I think it's free shipping because it's over $100. But that's at Talk Shop Live. If you're a mega or big Alice Cooper fan, go pull the trigger because there still was some in stock a couple hours ago. Yeah, right. Like I said, I've got Alice's autograph along with the Dirty Diamonds touring band. So, because I bought the CD at the merch booth and met all of them after that, but I met them before that too. Now I know Eric Singer wasn't on the Dirty Diamonds CD, but he signed it anyway. But each one of them had these postcards and guitar picks, and I do have in the box. I've got I've got from Eric Singer. I said, I remember saying this, and to me, this is one of the more amusing moments of meeting people. I said, Eric, what, guitar pick? He goes, Paul. He goes, that's a lot of drumsticks, Paul. Guitar picks are cheaper. Point taken, sir. Point taken. So, but I also told him, I said, if I knew you were going to be on this tour, I would have brought some of my Kiss CDs to get signed too, you know. Oh, well. Eric's a nice guy. Yeah, at least he was when I met him, all right? So Eric and Chuck Garrick and Ryan Roxy, I got them to sign it too. So, and there was somebody else, I cannot remember who, that were on there. And it was a very cool experience. I just never got to meet Alice, that's all. I was by a pawn shop recently. I saw a record on the window. It was American Fool by John Cougar Mellencumber. It was selling for $25. Now I know you're like, why are you calling him John Cougar Mellencumber? I know this is going to sound mean, but he did have brain surgery many years ago. But I'm not the one that coined that nickname. It was a radio DJ, and he called him John Cougar Mellencumber. Now that stuck with me all these years. Just remember, kids, little pink houses for you and me. You wouldn't catch me in a pink house. Unless it was free. And, you know, that would be the condition. This house, Mr. Pease, is yours for free. But you can't change the color on it. I'd walk through the house, make sure everything was pretty sound. You know, and on the level. And I'd be like, keys, please. Oh, man. I hope everybody out there is doing really, really well. I know it's Tuesday morning. Oh, yeah, and another thing, too. The whole Hey Jude and Revolution, this one's pretty good, too. It shows actually them in the studio doing different takes of Hey Jude along with the David Frost show. And there's some interesting rehearsal footage on this too, and then the Smothers Brothers George Harrison cameo is an added bonus. So that one's a neat one as well. I kind of dug it pretty good. My grandmother, lives in a pink house. See, come on, Paul. Now that's mean. Just kidding. Actually, pretty funny. It is. I can't remember what DJ said. Johnny Cougar Milton. You know, but of course, like him, I need a love that won't drive me crazy. See, I dug way back. I wonder who the hell came up with the bright idea of John Cougar. Just curious. Was it John himself? Was it his manager? Was it the record label? We're going to name you John Cougar. John Cougar Mellencamp. Yeah. See, there you go. There you go. Hey, Penny Lane. She's in my ears and in my eyes. All right. I'm going to have to go in a minute or two. And the reason why is because I got to get ready for work. This was going to be a short one here, guys. I think while I'm eating breakfast, after I'm done with the showering and getting ready and everything, I'm going to go on the You Know Where channel and go see what kind of nonsense is going on there, right? Maybe I should go on there today. The voice of reason in the VC. No, I am not the voice of reason in the VC. I don't know if I'd want that job. Did I tell you that it appears, this is just a quasi-rumor right now, it appears that at my work, that one of the supervisors might be leaving shortly, like maybe in a few weeks to a month or two. Once again, they offered me the job, unofficially at this moment, and I laughed at them and I said, no. So that's 5 times in 9 years in this facility that they have begged. They begged me a time or two. I'm not kidding. This jackass, they begged to have this idiot be one of the 3 supervisors running the up front. No, there's not enough money in the world to pay for the additional stress. Now, I used to say that it was a 50-cent an hour increase. Well, that's not true anymore, because I guess what they did was your raise is 10% of whatever your current salary is. So for me, by the way, that would be times 3 and a little bit of the original assessment. And I'm like, still not enough. Sorry, it's just not. Hey, that is, JB, is always the best way to look for my channel. Seriously. Look high, look low. Who's got a song like that? Some kid's song. Look high, look low. I don't know. Maybe it was Sean Kruger, Melon Tube. No, I don't. Album releases at midnight called Psychos. Oh, really? By Young Lean and Blade. Interesting. Young Lean and Blade. Are they friends with the Yin Yang Twins? You didn't expect me to have that one for an answer, did you? I shouldn't even know who the Yin Yang Twins are. Did you know they actually did a free concert at the casino on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border on New Year's Eve? This past New Year's Eve, the Yin Yang Twins. And then I think, oh, and also Paul Wall was in on that freebie one too. But thank you, nevertheless, for coming over here, JB. Please like and subscribe. We try to have some fun around here. We really, really do. You know, whether I am half awake like currently now or none awake like I currently can be on a live stream. I'm never completely awake. That's not, for some things I am awake, not woke, but I am awake. And other times I just feel I'm only sleeping. Yeah, I didn't say I did a good singing voice. Ah, okay. That's cool. Eventually, I got to get over there, you know, the UK. I want to go. One of my dream vacations, if you can call it that, is I want to go maybe for a month or two to England, Ireland, Scotland. That's what I want to do. Now, I don't want to go do the touristy shit, okay? I really don't. I could care less about the tourist traps, except, of course, I got to go to Liverpool. Of course, I got to, you know. And yes, I know the Cavern Club is not the Cavern Club. I understand that too. But I I feel like going there. I want to go to Liverpool. I want to see. People have said that it's not exactly even. I don't know. But I do want to go to Liverpool. London, sure, I'll go to London. I don't care to see Buckingham Palace. But I do want to go. Maybe I want to go to a bunch of record stores too, and I want to go to some car boot sales. Is that what they call it? I want to go to a few of those, and but I want to go off the touristy path for most of that trip. I want to go. I know it's gonna sound goofy, but I want to spend a night in a castle, even if it is drafty and windy, and just look out and go, God, this is how it used to be, huh? For some people. The rolling hills and I don't know. But I do have relatives in England, I guess. In fact, and I'm not kidding about this, one of them might have a minor Beatle connection. And I know you're like, what? Well, we're trying to prove right now that Gayleen Pease, who sings background vocal on the original version of Across the Universe. You know those two girls that sing off behind John? Yeah, she might be a distant relative of mine, seriously. And I'm like, how fucking cool would that be? To me, I think it's cool, even if she did sing lousy. I do want to go. I would love to go to one. I would, because those fans are... I have never seen such fanatics. That's not an insult, but fanatics like over there. You know, I've seen a couple of games TV-wise from the UK. Slash is releasing a blues album. That could be quite interesting. Yeah, Abbey Road. Yes, yeah, I want to go in there too. I'm one of those people that I can feel musical vibes. Seriously, when I walk into a room, like I did at Kane's Ballroom in Tulsa, which has been there since the 1920s. Soon as I stepped in there, it's just like all of it went, and I can't explain the feeling to you. But I felt A, like I was at home, B, that all of these people graced that stage that was in front of my face. I heard that they went and I don't know if maybe they took out some of the original wood flooring, which is too bad because I would have loved to have taken a piece of that. And, I mean, Hank Sr., Hank Jr., Elvis, Johnny, Carl, Roy, Sex Pistols even. Yeah, Sex Pistols. In early 78, I think, if I remember correctly. I was in, this is Tragically Hip. And you know what? I've got to admit, I know the name, haven't listened. I gotta do that. A friend of mine from Kent, his dad is from Edinburgh with an Irish dad. His mom is from Liverpool. His two younger brothers were born in England and New Zealand. That would be interesting. What a quite family tree. Liverpool Football Club is one of the best atmospheres down in England. American-owned team. Are they American-owned? That's weird. I wonder why. Doesn't Elton John co-own or is it Rod Stewart? I get confused. I know they're big fans of that kind of stuff. I know they are. Yes. Yeah, so I'd go to one of those games. Sure, that'd be fun. At least I think so. But yeah, Abbey Road, sure. Liverpool, sure. But yeah, I want to go to Scotland too, and Ireland, and I don't know. I want to soak it all up, Just the only other place I feel that way about is Israel. I want to go to Israel. I know it's always going to be some type of war, along the border or something, and dangerous at times. Just go ask Deese, who was on Rachel's show. That's why he was gone for a while, it was because of that. And, but, something compels me to go there. I'll admit to you, like I said, I normally don't talk about politics or religion, but I'm just going to throw this out there for descriptive purposes only, okay? I am a Christian. I'm kind of a crummy Christian, I'll admit that. But I've been compelled since I was a kid to go visit Israel. I came really close once, actually. I was supposed to go to Jordan on an archaeological dig with a college group. Unfortunately, Desert Storm happened later that week, and all the trips got canceled. Per the Department of whatever the hell, home state, whatever. Rod Stewart can be spotted at Celtic games in Scotland. My friend was born on July 4th. He went to school for part of his youth. While his dad attended university, he had to pledge allegiance to the American flag of the United States of America. 3 of my in-laws are parts. See, that's cool. That's very, very cool. My biological dad is the one that I probably have more English. I'm told that I have English and Australian roots. I don't know how true that is exactly. He was the Heinz 57, my biological father's side of the family. My mom's was mostly Polish-German, so. Oh, and supposedly, don't ask me for the proof because I have no clue, but this was an older family relative who unfortunately is now deceased. They did a family tree. Okay, it was like the brother of my uncle Clarence did this, and we discovered that somehow I am extremely way distantly related from the Duke of Wellington. That's right. I can tell you that much anyway. All right, guys, we are hitting on 45 minutes almost. I have got to get ready. I want you guys to have a kick-ass day. Conquer, seize the day. Conquer it, kick it in its ass, and that's cool too. Wow, what a mix. Could you imagine if they loved to cook all the baking dishes they would have for that? That's right. Go all the way. All by myself. See, I can sing better than Mariah Carey. I'm teasing. I'm just fucking with you. Anyway, it's always Powered by Coffee each and every time. Have a great day, guys. Take care. I love you guys. God bless. Rock on. Always Powered by Coffee.